You gonna be okay, girl. You gonna be okay. Be all right. I know it don't look like it now, but you are going to be just fine.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to a conversation with Matthew. I'm Matthew Sanchez, and I am so glad. I'm so glad I can shout. I'm so glad that you chose this particular time out of your day to spend with me. Listen, my intention with every single episode that you hear on this podcast is always to plant a seed of inspiration in the hopes that it grows into your transformation. I'm all about self-development, and I'm all about encouraging people. So if you like what you've heard and you like the movement, share it. Because like Dr. Maya Angelou says, when you learn, you teach. When you get, you give. Thank you so much.
Brought to you by MSW Productions.
Crystal, how are you?
I'm wonderful today.
First of all, we are at, is this your favorite spot?
This is my favorite place.
Really?
Yes.
Hold on, let me fix your mic.
This is my favorite spot.
It is?
Yes.
Okay. Why is this your favorite spot?
It's quiet. I like beautiful things. This is a gorgeous coffee house.
Yeah, it is.
The scenery is dope.
Right, right. But for those of you who don't know, who are not watching on YouTube, we are at no other than the Iron Bank. This is my first time recording at the Iron Bank.
Really?
Yeah, I never recorded. Actually, no, it's not my first time. Well, this is my first time doing the podcast at the Iron Bank.
Okay.
But my very first, semi-first YouTube video I did downstairs in one of the vaults.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's dope too.
Yeah. So I like this place too.
Yeah.
I like this
do.
place too.
I frequent this place.
I wish they would put like pictures and stuff up. Like
No,
you like it a naked wall like this?
I do.
Okay, well, I don't like a naked wall like that.
Mm.
But I do. I like the scenery. I like the vibe in here.
Yeah.
I'm not a big coffee drinker. You a coffee drinker?
I love coffee.
Really?
I don't drink a lot of it. Right now I'm on mushroom coffee.
What is that?
Mushroom coffee. It has like 6 different, very superfoody mushrooms. They made into a
Is it
coffee.
good?
Yes. For me, it is.
Well, if I get, I don't even know if this is a coffee, but if I get a coffee, it will be like some kind of pumpkin, something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't like pumpkin, Crystal?
Ew.
Really?
No.
Oh, I love pumpkin.
Good.
I love pumpkin. Especially pumpkin spice.
Oh.
Is that the same thing? Pumpkin is the same thing? Oh, okay. Listen.
It's the same thing.
Listen, this, ladies and gentlemen, who I'm talking to now, if you didn't know, if I didn't say her last name, her name is Crystal Thompson.
Yes.
And we first met, I don't even know if we like officially met. I think we just known each other through the social media waves or whatever. But I first heard your story when one of my sister friends, Tamika, she was speaking on a girl panel, a women's panel, and you were on the panel. Do you remember this? Was at a hotel?
Yes.
And you spoke so passionate about your story that nothing against the other women that spoke, but your story was so, everybody was engaged. Everybody was very focused. I don't know. You just brought a different vibe to the panel.
Right. Man, that's big.
Do you remember that?
I do. I remember. I remember.
So, and then we met at Walmart. Because I said, I don't know who stopped too. I think I stopped you. Okay, so you stopped me, and I remember I didn't have the podcast then. I was promoting it, but I didn't have like a schedule or whatever. But you stopped me. You said, "Hey, I would love," and I was like, "Dang, that would be great." I don't know why I never asked you from the beginning to be on the podcast.
It's dope, man.
Well,
it's hard to find good podcasts. People that host good podcasts, because people just do podcasts, but hosting is different.
Yeah, it is different. Big difference. It
Big
is a big difference. And I hope I'm doing a great job.
You are
I hope
amazing.
I hope I'm doing a great job that people want to always come back and watch it and listen. You know what I mean?
I do. I have a few saved on like all of your reels. I save.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
Yes.
What's your favorite one?
I don't know. You got one where you talking about being yourself,
Really?
and you said something unique in there, and I can't really recall it, really, to be honest. But I saved it and I listened to it for about a week.
Really?
Yeah, because I was struggling. You know, like I'm cool with being me, but I'm also trying to shift.
Yeah.
So in the shift, I don't want to lose certain parts of myself.
Of course, yeah.
But
yeah.
I struggle with, is that exactly what God wants to happen? Like, does he need me to drop those things?
How do you know when God says yes and God says no?
It is forever on my heart. Like forever. Like,
so it's a
don't
prompting.
do that. Don't do that.
It's a
Don't do
prompting.
that. Yes, constant.
Yeah. So let's just get into it.
Okay.
Like who is Crystal? Who is Crystal Thompson?
I am a woman. I am a mother. I'm a grandmother of 5 beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little kids.
Yeah.
4 girls, 1 boy.
Okay.
I'm an ex-wife.
Okay.
I've been a wife before. I'm going to be a wife again one day.
I believe it. I believe it.
Now because I know for sure that I know what a wife should be. I was young. I was raised Baptist, Pentecostal, all that other stuff. And when you have sexual urges, they urge you to hurry up and marry. So I married so I can not burn up in hell,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I didn't do it for love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I didn't get taught how to be a wife. I could say that I watched my mom, but I wasn't thinking about being a wife, so I wasn't watching her wivery, so to speak.
Really?
I mean, no, it's not like that. I was busy being a kid.
Yeah.
So like I was a kid when I got married. I was 17.
17, Crystal, when you got married?
A couple months before I turned 18.
Back in the day, I just want to put a disclaimer. If you hear noises, again, we are at Iron Bank and we are upstairs. And anybody know Iron Bank upstairs, the people always want to come up here.
Yes.
Especially if they haven't rented it. So I just want to let y'all know if somebody come up here, we're not like crazy or anything. We're not talking to people, to ghosts or whatever. Anyway, nothing against people who talk to ghosts. Like, I ain't going, because Lord knows I don't want no ghosts.
I don't want.
I'm just saying, because I seen that show. You seen that show on TLC?
No.
The Ghost Hunters or whatever. Anyway, okay, so it's crazy that you say you got married so young. Where back in the day, they got married like probably younger than 17. So it's so ironic now.
My grandmother got married at 14.
Really? But you know what? Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because some of those marriages today are so solid and so strong.
They got married. They're both deceased now, but they were married 69 years.
Wow.
69. 69. Do you hear that? 69 years. People now don't have the staying power for that. They want to hurry up and go as soon as something is wrong.
Was that you? Was that you in your first marriage?
Actually, no. I stayed and endured quite a bit.
Really?
He wanted out.
Really?
Yeah. I guess you could feel that I just wasn't into it.
Yeah.
And we had babies fast.
Yeah.
My children are back to back. So
really? How old is your oldest?
She's 25.
25. Okay, I'm 25.
Yeah, 25, 24, 23, and almost 20.
Oh, well, they're all in the 20s. No teenagers. Okay, all in the 20s. Okay, so what happened? Why did the marriage didn't work?
He was seriously abusive.
Really?
Yeah, really bad.
Verbally and physically?
Physically.
Okay.
And physically a lot, but mentally definitely. Think about how young I was.
Yeah.
And when I married him, he was 24.
And you were
17.
Oh, wow.
So think about it. He's a little bit more advanced or whatever.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, but
How does that affect who you are today? In a good or bad way?
I just started to value men. Maybe about 3 years ago, 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
Only because going through different types of abuses, you build up more than a wall. People we get stigmatized a lot when we've been abused.
Yeah.
Like some men won't even date you if you've been.
Really?
Yeah. I had a guy tell me that one time after I told him what had happened with me. And he was like, well, you've been through some crazy stuff. What? I don't want to be involved in nothing like that. And I'm like, that's cool. I mean, that was then.
Yeah.
And that was his problem.
Yeah.
That wasn't something that was. So, it's lots of different views, perspectives on that whole thing. Like, because you want to know, why did you stay?
Why did you say?
He was the breadwinner. When he got me, we just started having babies. I didn't have time. There was no school. I graduated high school.
You didn't go to college?
There was no college at the time.
You wanted to, though?
No. I wanted to be a wife. I wanted to do something, but not go out and just be out and away from my kids and stuff like that. I wanted to do something at home.
Yeah. Yeah. So how much of that plays a part in your life is how much of that like made who you are today? And what did it, if it did, what did it make you? Did it give you more resilient? Did it give you, are you stronger now? Are you?
Resilience is a word I have been harping on in my mind, in my heart, and out loud.
Really?
Because I have endured several things, self-inflicted, as well as, others, doing their thing or whatever. But the fact that I just keep going sometimes amazes me. But I know that I can't stop.
Yeah.
So I literally keep going, which has also been a bad thing at times too, because
to keep going.
Yeah, because like if I've been in relationships, this is before I realized the cycle of abuse.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, let's clear that, because I know there's probably a woman listening right now who is being abused, but let's clear this up. First, I want to ask you, what a part of you accepted the first time he abused you? Now, even though you were young, did you know that was wrong, or did you not know it was wrong? I knew
it was wrong, but I believed him when he said he wouldn't again.
Okay, and then what part of you believed that? Like who taught? Was it something in your childhood that taught you that, or
no? Because my mother was never abused. She was never abused, like physically.
Yeah.
Ever.
Verbally though.
Verbally, definitely verbally.
Okay.
So there was a lot of already built inside of me, this, maybe you can search out the word for it, but I already felt unworthy.
Got it. So when
early.
So then he gave you worthy words that made you think they were solid when they really were a Band-Aid.
Oh, okay. Less than a Band-Aid.
Okay. All right. Okay. That explains why you stayed, because he made you feel in some ways worthy.
Right. But that was repetitive. That's what happens in the cycle of abuse. Like those women, to take that, you gotta feel unworthy.
Yeah.
I don't care what she has on, what she's dressed like, what she's looking like, how happy she's acting.
Yeah.
If she's being abused and she doesn't want you to know, you won't know. You won't know. We know how to hide it well.
Yeah.
It's hard to deny someone a scar that they can see.
What was the word? What was your ending point?
The last time I was ever abused was my ending point, because he damaged my eardrum. Really? My left ear.
Really?
I hear at least probably like 40% in that ear. My children saw everything.
Yeah, Otis probably saw a lot more.
She did. Yeah. But I'm saying this particular night, I knew for a fact that was the last time I was ever going to be hit again.
And he hit you in
your
ear.
Beat me. He stomped my ear.
Well, that's okay. What did he have like, so he would just come in and beat you? Like there was no...
Well, for one, we were on cocaine.
Oh, okay.
So there was...
Both of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when did that start?
Oh, I started snorting cocaine in 2004.
2004. How old were you then?
24.
Wow. So from 17, you got married at 17. 24, you start doing cocaine with your husband at the time.
With myself, because my husband had left me. I was selling drugs.
Okay.
So there was lots of cocaine at my house.
Right.
So this particular night, I just decided to try it, and
You got hooked.
I fell in love with it.
Okay. Listen, there's a lot to unpack, Kristen. Okay, but I want to go back to the worst night, and then we go to the cocaine, because that is
that's an even bigger reason as to why I ended up staying in a lot of those abusive relationships.
Okay. So that worst night, he comes in and he just hits you.
Yeah, he's mad because I would not buy any dope.
Right. Okay.
We arguing. I'm like, I don't want to, I don't
want to
use.
Why did he have you buying dope?
Because I always did.
He never bought it?
He was broke. He never worked.
So he was mad that you bought dope, and then that was it for you.
Mm-hmm.
That was it for you. And you took your children and left, or?
No, made him leave.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long had you been addicted then at that point?
At that point, because that was around 2010.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, 6 years?
6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Was it really bad? Like, uncontrollable?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have to go and chase it. I had it all the time. So when you have access to it,
it's easy to do.
Yeah, especially when your face is good with people, like, and they trust you, they'll let you front.
Okay, well, tell me, how does that, Crystal, you're being so young at 24, other than somebody probably giving it to you, influencing, how do you not get into a place of, this is not good for me? Like, how do you
I was in that place the whole time.
The whole time you was in that place? And, but you just continued to do it?
Because cocaine took it away. You don't feel anything on cocaine. You're void. You're empty.
Yeah.
That's the reason for the chase.
Yeah.
Because if you could pick a place that you could go to right now, where would it be? I mean, just literally anywhere on the planet. Name it.
Probably Africa.
If you could close your eyes and I give you something in your hand and I tell you it's going to take you to Africa and you can stay as long as you want, as long as you got this amount of money.
Okay.
You would go.
Yeah.
And I wanted every part of the world, just anywhere but home.
Did your family know?
Yeah. I told them. I did it for about a year without anybody noticing what was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I started to lose weight. And
really?
Started to lose weight, acting erratic. I'm already high strung, but no, I was erratic. I was on the deep end.
Really?
Really aggressive. I mean, but that's how it makes you.
So cocaine became what for you?
My best friend.
Okay.
My best friend. My only friend for a long time.
Really? Did your children see you do it?
Sometimes.
Has that affected them in your relationship with them? In what way?
Well, I have 2 that speak to me, 2 that do not.
Okay. Okay.
That's their choice.
Yeah.
And I don't deny them to feel exactly what they're feeling.
Right.
Because I did that.
Right.
That was, the blood is on my hands. I don't run away from that. I don't cower.
Yeah.
I face it. When they want to vent, I let them. Now, I don't let them go too far.
Right, because you still their mama.
You be dogging me out and put my elbow on you. But, I let
still
them,
mommy, yeah.
Yeah, but I let them feel.
Yeah. Because
this is real. This was their life, too.
Yeah.
And just like I survived, they survived. They survived me in that position.
How have you healed all of this?
It has to be God, nobody but, because from day to day, I constantly teach myself how to forgive myself. I do that every day, because I wish I could.
What does that look like, forgiving myself?
Forgiving myself is taking away the guilt of it. Because your wrong is wrong. You can't go back. You can't grab it again and do it over. Because I wish I could mother them again.
Yeah.
With what I know now.
Yeah.
I would be amazing. But I didn't know what I know now. And that happens because now I have grandchildren. See, it wasn't happening like that in my mind before.
What was going on in your mind before?
I just felt like at some rate they would see that I almost killed myself trying to raise them, just trying to stay afloat. It's not easy. I had all of those kids. I was a kid.
It couldn't have been easy to be a kid, raising kids, addicted to cocaine.
At all.
And then having a husband or he wasn't there. Either way, you were still abused.
Right.
That's not easy to
and then
to
the other
deal.
Men that I did meet, they were abusive.
Oh, really? There were more?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It just stopped that year. That when I told you that 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the last time.
So you wanted your kid, and before, you wanted your kids to see that you almost killed yourself trying to
just
keep
to
them.
Understand. I mean, because look, I was a kid. I tell them all the time, I'm like, listen, I want you to heal. You don't have to forgive me for me.
Yeah.
Forgive me for you so you can have peace.
But Crystal, I'm trying to understand, how does a 17-year-old get into this space? Because here's what I know for sure. In some cases, not all cases, we just don't fall into things.
Right.
Right. Something has had to happen to us at a young age that has scarred us, and that transform into us trying to self-medicate that pain, that scar, that you know what I mean? That makes sense?
I got a laundry list.
Well, what I want to know, how did you get to this place? Like
molestation. Lots of it.
Yeah.
My stepfather was completely abusive physically.
Really?
Yeah, real bad.
At what
I just
age?
did a podcast about him.
At what age was that? At what age did it start?
He came into my life when I was 3. He married my mom when I was 3. He was very hands-on with us a lot. Now, he didn't do anything sexual per se to me.
Okay. But he was abusive. Beat.
Okay, so like if he whooped me, I had to be undressed.
Wow. Okay, that's
why?
That's not.
Why?
That don't seem normal to me.
Why? Why should I be undressed?
Yeah.
But my mother would leave. You know, I thought it was, she can't stand to hear me crying, blah, 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 you know. I don't know. I still to this day don't understand it, but.
That's why she left? Yeah.
Why would you leave me there? You know, like why is he able to just have me pull my clothes off?
And this was 3-year-old, or this was 4?
No, this was older. I was older then at this time.
Wow.
But maybe 10, 11.
So the 10-year-old Crystal experienced all this.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly did what was your mind like? Of course you were at why do I have to face this? Why do I have to do this? But I would feel crazy to say that. Was there anybody in your life that saw you for you?
My grandmother.
Oh, grandma.
And my grandfather. My dad's grandmother, my grandfather, because my mother's parents didn't like me like that. So I wasn't close to them.
Yeah. But your grandmother.
Her father, yes, but not her mother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so
but my grandmother gave me unconditional.
She's still alive today?
No, she's not. She's been gone since 2012.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. She was your saving grace.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Taught me how to love like for real.
Yeah.
Like, because my mother wasn't affectionate. I wasn't allowed to hug her, stuff like that. But my grandmother gave me endless hugs. I got so many hugs when I visited. Yes. So my kids got that from me, no matter where I was in life.
Affection.
No matter what I was doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop it. I'm going to give them hugs. I'm going to give those kisses. I'm going to say I love you 1,001 times.
Yeah. So you said how you were healing is you're starting to, you said you started with forgiving yourself first. Mm-hmm. Right. So forgiving yourself looked like, you almost said it, but I cut you off. What did you mean?
It's freeing. It looks like doing all of the hard stuff without quitting. Like you have to still, because they're my kids.
Yeah.
So I can't say, y'all need to forget that. So hearing it all the time used to rip me apart.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So forgiving myself was actually like, okay, Crystal,
this is what
you did
right?
this.
This is what you did.
You did this.
Yeah.
Face it. It
but
hurt
Crystal,
them.
Right. But Crystal, you didn't do it because you chose to do it. You did it because you were just trying to numb the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But it's hard to feel. You can speak that you've been redeemed, but to feel redemption to me was hard because it's like, now I've been this low.
Yeah.
You know, this low person.
Yeah.
So coming back from that, people gonna always look at you like the dope head, the prostitute, the
Were you
dope
here in Columbus when this all happened?
Part of it.
Okay.
Part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been clean 12 years.
Oh, good.
Yeah. July the 5th
good.
this year made 12
Oh,
years.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's been a minute.
Yeah.
But people, former, friends, J friends, they some of them still use.
Okay.
Some of them don't.
Okay.
It's a blessing. But at some rate, at some time or another, those people, everybody around me, I guess because they see what's happening, they tell me, you forgive yourself. Yeah. You better than you were.
Right.
You don't have to worry about being whatever you're trying to get to.
Right.
Right now, you've already done 12 years of work some people can never do. So I constantly forgive myself for several things. Yeah. I mean.
Well, is that what you're working on now? What would be one thing you're working on now?
One thing I'm working on right now, to be honest with you, is being able, I want to be able to notice when love finds me. Because of so much pain I've had, when you feel like maybe love is not coming your way. Yeah. I started to feel that way.
Well, how do you?
Only because that's just how I've been dealing. I just think.
Well, you've been abused. Let's be clear. So it would be hard for you to detect if something is genuine or something is not genuine.
Right. So I keep my feet out the water. You know how everybody, I got my feet in, I'm ready to put my feet in the water. Yeah. I keep my feet out the water. I stay on the beach. Right. Stay up.
Out of fear?
It was for a long time, but now it's out of what do you call pickiness? I don't want to call it picky because I'm not picky, but I'm searching for what I'm not used to. Because we all have types. We claim we have a type. Right. So what if I'm missing it because my type ain't what I need? So like I'm done with the picking. My picker's broke. I don't do any picking. Right. I don't do any picking. I think I've been out of alignment enough for me to be like, okay. If he finds me, thank you, Jesus.
Then I know it's Jesus. Right. And something is for you when you can let it go and it'll come back to you. Right. In good conditions. In good condition. Because everything that come back in good.
And I learned it. Right. I learned it. Right. But in real talk, most women don't like to say that they're afraid of that. And I was. And out loud, I'm like, look, I don't want to choose wrong. I choose wrong. That's it, point blank. If I like you, you probably not the right one. Yeah, makes sense. So I stopped picking, which has had me single for 7 years. Yeah, yeah.
Your picker is broke.
Yes, it is.
Right. And you're learning right now, based on what you just told me, you're learning right now to identify what is genuine and what is not. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and not attaching sex to everything. Because you don't have enough of us being real, but I don't know anything other than that.
Really?
So I think women think about sex more than men.
Okay.
They don't say it, and I think they do it more.
Okay. Okay.
And I was one of those women who took advantage of being able to do that, and nobody thinking you do that. So that's why it's so easy to get away with, because nobody's thinking you like that.
Really?
Yeah, but
so you were taking advantage of man?
Yes, for years. Men love that.
Okay, I don't know. All right, okay.
I mean, I've never been told no, for real. Not really.
Okay. Okay.
Men are really easy.
Okay. Okay. And you're saying that you took advantage of man.
Yeah, because I felt taken advantage of for most of my life. Like,
So was that like payback for other men?
mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's sad, Crystal. That you used
that is horrible.
That's really sad.
I've repented. It's in the sea of forgiveness to remember it no more.
Yeah, that's really. Yeah, it's funny, but that's really sad that you use your anger out on these men.
It is. I just stopped doing it probably like 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Mm.
I've treated men horribly. I have. But I'm okay now. I'm better. I'm not angry at men anymore.
What freed you?
Just realizing that a lot of my pain came from pain
Even passed down.
Yeah, that, and then the fact that, okay, I'm mad at these other men, but they didn't do it, really. Yeah. And then I'm putting myself in situations like this because I'm not even getting the help I need to understand how to get out of that, you know?
That's why verbally asking what you need is so important.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
vital.
Important.
That is vital. Like dating someone without affection is a no. It's a deal breaker for me.
You. Yeah.
I'm never gonna not have it what I want again. I'm not gonna do it, and I'm not gonna take what I don't want. I'm not. It's too easy. You don't want that? You can't give me that. Okay.
And be okay with
you not giving it.
But not just be okay, not only not getting it from that particular person.
Right.
Now here's what I think. I think that just because he can't give you what you need, that doesn't mean he can't be a friend.
No.
Right?
No.
So he may not be able to give you affection, but he really can give you a listening ear when you need it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or good hugs.
A good hug. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Hugs are slept on. Hugs
they
are slept on.
And listen, that's therapy. I try to give really good hugs.
Yes.
But you have to have an anointing to know who wants a hug, because everybody don't want no hug.
No.
Right. Anybody who give me a side hug, I always say, okay, they're not
a hugger.
Right. Yeah,
no,
or anybody give me a hug and then you go for a fist. You know. Anyway, but what I'm saying is, be okay with not being okay that they cannot give you what you need. You know what the problem is, Crystal? We try so hard trying to fit a false expectation
on someone,
on the other person, instead of understanding you can't give it to me, and that's okay. That's a problem. It's okay. That's a big problem.
It's not a problem, because what if there's something I can't give you?
That's a problem that they don't think that it's a problem that they don't think it's okay to be okay with that.
That is.
It's a big problem for relationships.
It is. Horrible for relationships.
Yeah, big problem.
And it's a trouble sometimes for friendships, because like if I don't
of course, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like it works the same ways, but I've had that happen in a friendship before, you know, where I felt like, you know, something and then they didn't, and I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah.
We all right, friend, it's okay. I don't have to agree with that.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and I still love you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, this is what it is. I haven't always been that way though.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Very combative.
Well, you're growing now.
Oh, yeah. Right now, before your eyes.
So you're learning now to identify what real love is. What's the hardest lesson that took you to learn? So
just all of the times that I lied, like, about being in love and I wasn't.
How did you know you were not in love? What showed you?
I just wasn't. I wasn't looking for it, but I lied like I was. Yeah.
And that was added on. So that was more damage to what you already were doing to these men.
Yeah, because see, the thing is, you know, women can cut up now. You know, so
okay,
because I was acting like I was mad that they were cheating. I was mad. I was so hurt. Oh
really?
My God.
But you're running?
No, I was cheating. I've never even been faithful.
Crystal.
Man, ain't that horrible?
No, it's listen.
But there's going to be a first time for it,
right?
And it's going to be with a deserving guy.
It is horrible, but you only did what you knew how to do,
and what I've had done.
Right? Yeah. Like you only reciprocated what was already given to you.
And I felt like pre-cheating.
Wait.
I felt like pre-cheating just made it better for me. So that's the reason I stayed a cheater, because as long as I was cheating, I was never going to be hurt that you were cheating.
So were you afraid? You weren't afraid of commitment, though?
No. I know how to commit.
but you just chose not to.
Mm-hmm.
But what caused you, other than the pain, what was the fear that caused you not to want to be fully committed into it?
Never really seen a committed man. So I never trusted that a man was committable, like he would commit.
That's good.
I mean, because I felt like, okay, well, you know, there are some men who cheat well.
Because you never seen a good man, you didn't know what one looked like. Or you didn't trust one that was.
That, both. That's the conundrum in this.
I like that word, conundrum.
That is, listen, because you don't know. Remember at the beginning of our conversation, I said, I don't want to miss love. I don't want to miss it. Like, what if he comes to me? What if I miss him because of my mentality? My mindset could make me miss him. And I don't want to miss him.
You still feel that way a little bit?
No.
Okay, not no more.
No,
okay.
That's what I'm telling you. I've been good for about 2-3 years. My mind has been really clear.
Because I think he's on the way.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think so too. Like
but that's crazy that because you didn't have a good man or you didn't see a good man, that even when you saw a good man, you didn't even know he was one.
And I let one slide.
And you self-sabotaged.
I did the whole time.
Crystal.
Until about 3 years ago.
This is helping somebody. I feel it.
I mean, because it's the truth. Women do it. We do it a lot. Maybe not exactly the way that I'm doing it, because I was heartless.
Yeah.
I was cold. Yeah. And then I started asking God, can you break this ice? Like, one of these men gonna kill me. Like, come on, help me, Jesus. Right. Like, come on. Jesus. Yeah, please. Because, like, I ain't studying none of them. I can dog them all till you come back, Jesus. I don't have to be good to none of them.
Yeah.
But that's not right.
Yeah.
And it's not right to me because I deserve love. Like, I don't see anything wrong with love. I don't want to be giving out what I got to offer for nothing. And I got good stuff. And I ain't talking about sexual stuff. I'm talking about I know how to love. Yeah. I love well.
How do you know now when you see a good man?
Well, because for one,
I know you said you struggle with determining if it's real or not. But how do you know? Like, has there been a man, there's been a father figure in your life or maybe a grandfather figure in your life that has shown you genuine love? Or like, how do you know
because they'll care for you.
Okay.
Now I know that you have to be discerning, I think, to deliberate if they're caring or setting you up for the get.
Oh, got it. Of course. The get in the cookie jar.
Yeah,
right.
Ain't no cookies in there.
Right.
So look, the thing was for me was, okay, if the first thing he starts talking about
is sex,
it's a no for me.
Okay. All right. So you're that in tune now. Okay, great. That's good.
So I might indulge, but I shut it down right then because right then I'm like, oh, okay. So that's what you want. Oh, okay. So I'll not disturb that person.
Place. Put your perspective place.
Because now I know what you need.
Right. Okay. So the first thing you identify, and I'm just speaking this for women who are out here who are struggling, who need to learn how to identify what it means. So the first thing you identify is their language, how they say, what they say, when they say it, and how they say it to you.
Because they speak to you how they think of you. They do
without even telling you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah, they
that's
do.
Really
they saying it.
Okay. Now, and the second thing is what? The second thing you identify.
What? And I know this is gonna seem so superficial, but what he has.
Okay. What do you mean? Because that's a very
I'm
bold
about
statement.
to go. That's a loaded statement.
But what do you mean?
I'm gonna go.
You mean materialistic?
Yeah,
or?
I'm gonna go a few ways with it because this is the thing. I don't want you to live with me.
Okay.
So you need to have somewhere you reside.
Okay. What if he live with his mama?
I don't mind. Just depends.
Okay.
Depends on the scenario.
As long as he getting his stuff together. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not. I don't need.
Okay. I'm just making sure all the men they live with their mama.
Yeah.
Crystal is not opposed to you.
I'm not. And also, I need to know what you believe.
Got it. So you need to believe in Jesus or somebody,
that.
right?
I need you to believe. I need you to have a belief system in place.
Okay. Right. Which means you need to have a spiritual practice.
Correct.
Right.
I need that.
And you'll know that
by how he speaks to me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you said how he speaks to you. what he has, not just like
Not just
material,
material.
right? But what he has inside of him. What is he holding? What kind of spirit is he holding?
Yes, is he
How
affectionate?
Right.
Is he kind?
Right.
Because kindness is rare.
Is he soft spoken?
Or is
rough
he
spoken?
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Because I don't
good.
want that. I don't want that.
That's
I don't
good, Crystal.
want it.
That's really good.
I didn't used to do that. Because I used to like a little rough.
Okay, you like a little rough.
Right?
Used to.
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't want that. I'm tender, baby.
Right.
Okay? I don't want to be treated
What changed,
like
though?
that.
What changed?
I asked God to soften me.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, he got me like hospital cotton. I can't take a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Turn down to turn up.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I don't
like,
even know what that means. Turn down the turn.
turn it down.
Oh,
you know,
turn
everybody say turn up. No, turn down.
Turn it down. Okay. That's a young thing. I ain't know nothing about. Okay. Okay, so this is good, Christian, because this is something I know there's a young lady listening right now. This is really good. Okay, so identify how he speaks. Well, not how he speaks to you, the language that he speaks,
what he talking
what
about,
he has, and then you said the third one was. What did you say third one? You just said it. Dang.
What is he talking about?
What is he talking about?
Yeah.
When he speaks to you. Okay. Wow, this is really good.
Yeah.
This is really
because
good.
they usually talk immediately about what they want, whether they saying it or not. Can I come kick it?
Right. Can we go Netflix and chill? I mean,
He don't want to kick it at all.
Can I go in your house and use the bathroom, and then go? Mysterious go sit on the couch.
Let me take you out to eat. Now that ain't always good because that's bait for women, baby. We ready
For
to
real?
go eat.
Okay, I didn't know. No, this you teaching me to get. I didn't know this.
They ready to go eat. We ready to go eat.
Okay,
But that's been a thing. You know, come on, let me take you out to eat. Have some drinks. I stopped drinking. I don't want no drinks.
Okay, look. See,
I don't want no drinks.
Thank God that my folks raised me. Thank you.
I don't want no
my
drinks.
folks raised me right because I don't even know the game. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I don't even.
So
want no
they'll
drinks.
take you out to get drunk and then take you home.
Or try.
So that was
because you owe now.
Lord Jesus.
You owe now, whether they saying it or not.
This is crazy. Okay, all right. But listen, that's okay because once the sisters hit this, they're going to have the game.
See, no, what they're going to do is they're going to twist the narrative and say, no, that's the type of man she picked up because of her traumas and this, that, and the other. Because we twist things when we don't want to face things.
Oh.
Yeah. When we twist the mirror around.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Because I can just put it back on you.
And living in that space
is why we
exactly. Living in a space of denial. That's a space of denial.
Words, that's a bad place.
I'm going to deny.
Because guess what's there with denial? Desperation. That other D word.
Yeah. I'm going to deny what you just said, which I know is true.
Because you.
Because it sounds just like me. Because I'm scared to heal this because I'm so used to it.
I'm comfortable. I'm good.
I'm
good over here.
Okay.
You know, that's our thing now. I'm good over here.
When you really not. Really.
We bad.
Okay. Crystal, listen, it's 3:00. Listen, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Because we can talk. We can talk all day.
We can.
Give me two things.
Okay.
What would you say? Now, let's create the scenario that you have. Oh, Lord, it's a lot of noise. Let's create the scenario that you are sitting in an empty room and the 10-year-old Crystal is sitting in a chair waiting for you to give her advice. What would you say to her?
Oh, you're trying to make me cry.
And how would you say it?
You gonna be okay, girl. You gonna be okay. Be all right. I know it don't look like it now, but you are going to be just fine.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
You survive at the end.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all she would need to know.
You're going to be okay.
You'll be okay.
Yeah. That was good, Crystal. That was good.
Yeah. That's all I would say to her.
That you're going to be okay.
There's so much had happened already. By then, enough had happened already for me to be damaged. So
Yeah. Last question.
okay.
What advice would you give to a young lady now who has lived the life you live, don't want to say it, don't like it, it's kind of scared to express how she feels, or maybe she does and nobody's really listening? What would you say to her, knowing all that you know today?
Get your therapy now. Get you a covering. That means find you a church.
Yeah.
Somewhere, something. Get somebody, pray, repent.
Yeah.
Forgive yourself, forgive others, and quickly.
Yeah.
Don't wait. Yeah. And you're loved. There's somebody on this earth that loves you and wants you around. And you should stay. You should stay.
Stay here.
You should stay. Yeah. In life, people want to die.
Think
about the people think about dying every day.
Yeah.
I've tried to commit suicide twice.
Yeah.
So I know that sometimes when things get heavy, it's easier to release,
right,
and think about, let me just go.
Yeah, and that's not
the answer. Somebody wants you here.
Somebody wants you.
Somebody wants you here. I don't care if you don't even feel it.
Yeah, but if you ask enough people,
somebody wants you here.
I think the problem is in that case is that they're not around the right people.
Yeah. And you have to rearrange that.
Right. When you're around the right people, you never second guess if you are wanted or not.
Or your worth.
Right.
You don't. Because they fill you up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crystal, this has been really good.
Yeah.
Like really, I'm excited. I really am excited for the people to hear this.
Yeah, me too.
And I hope some men are listening too.
Me too.
That are unintentionally, because sometimes you, as a man, you do damage and don't know why you're angry, so you just lash out and really don't know why. But I hope some men who are listening to this, who are unintentionally damaging their wives, maybe their daughters, maybe even their sons, will hear this and want to change the way they live their lives.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
No problem.
This has been such a pleasure. Really overdue. Really, we should have already done this
a year ago, 2 years ago. But next time you come to mine,
I will.
I won't have all this fancy smashy stuff, but you can definitely come.
Well, listen, tell the people how they. Thank you. I'll tell people how they can follow you.
Oh, okay.
Because you do have a podcast.
I do, the Raw Recovery Podcast, and Raw is an acronym actually.
Okay, tell me. I didn't know what that means.
Raw is ready and willing.
Wow. Okay.
It means ready and willing.
Wait, ready and willing. Okay.
Because I was ready to tell my story, and I was willing to do it the way God wanted me to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they can follow you
on the Raw Recovery Podcast on Spotify, the Raw Recovery Podcast on Instagram, and the Raw Recovery Podcast on Facebook.
Great.
Yep.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, man, go support Crystal. Yes. Really, it's a blessing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Wow. My friend, how do you feel? Like, tell me, because I want to know how you felt in this conversation. Write in the comments. Tell me how you felt. My intention on bringing every episode to you is that not only it inspires you, but you learn something. Like Maya Angelou said, who I love so much. She says, when you get, you give. When you learn, you teach. So if you learn something, do me a huge favor, my friend, and share it to somebody that you know needs to hear it. I'm so glad, I really am glad that you got to join in on this conversation, and I can't wait until you hear the next one. Listen, God bless you. Stay in peace so that you won't be in broken pieces.